Hey guys, Morgan with 208 Choppers and Choppers. Randy, the cameraman's back today. Nothing too fancy today, but we're going to be talking about this Riley Defense RAK-47. It's like a AKM clone from Riley Defense. I like these a lot better. I wanted to get an AK. My first one ever was a Century Arms, which everybody knows the older Century Arms were all cast trunnions, which is on the inside if you don't know, where the barrel mounts to the inside of the receiver. They were cast. The bolt and bolt carrier were cast, and so they were having issues, so I sold it. Wanted to get another AK. Ended up finding this thing for like 900 bucks. And I wanted to do a budget AK. I didn't want to get anything too expensive, just something that I could afford at the time. So I've had this thing for a while. Did some modifications to it. We have a Texas Weapon Systems rear sight rail system with just a little Bushnell TRS-25 on it. Nothing too fancy. It's just, you know, a little red dot. I'm not a huge fan of doing AR parts on AKs, but I had this laying around. It's just an adapter for AK to AR buffer tube. So I did that with just an MOE stock, basic MOE pistol grip and a Zukov handguard. I do have this really nice little stubby grip from MFT. I really like it. And a Reardon 3-prong suppressor mount. I got a can that I have for 4 or 5 different rifles I got, so I just have these Reardon devices, which I got over at Stockpile Defense, and they're really nice. So it's easy to just swap my can around on different rifles. But we just have this old steel AK mag, nothing fancy. I don't even know what brand it is, just a generic steel magazine. This one's chambered in 7.62 by 39. These are long stroke gas piston. So what that means is the piston system's in the top up here, and attached to the bolt carrier is a big long piston that goes all the way to the end of the gas block up here. And so when you fire, the gases vent up out of the barrel into the gas tube, which blows that piston back, cycling the bolt, which puts another round, semi-automatic. So I have always been a big fan of AKs. I play a lot of Escape from Tarkov and Call of Duty, and AKs have always been some of my favorite rifles to use. So I wanted to do kind of a build on one, which I may change it later. I don't know if I want to keep the Zukov on it. I might change that out, and I just have some rails here for mounting, you know, flashlights or whatever I want to put on it. But yeah, we'll test out real quick. Just test the trigger on it, make sure it's clear. Let's see. It's actually pretty light, which is surprising because the Century Arms AK I had was not light at all. Yeah, it's actually pretty light. And another thing I like about these Riley AKs is they have a bolt catch here, so you can lock it back if you want to, and they have an extended paddle for your mag release, so it makes it a little bit easier to you know, remove your magazine. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty basic. There's not much to it. It's just an AKM clone, but I really like it. I've shot it a little bit and I enjoy shooting it. I just have it with this little I think it's an Action Point, if I remember right, sling. And I did go get my Onward Research chest rig, which I absolutely love. If you guys watch Grand Thumb, please go get one of these if you can. They're really nice. They have, I think, 5 or 6 different color configurations and the little scent pouch for them and everything, which I plan on getting. but it's actually very comfortable. You can do double AR or AK mags in them, AR-10 mags, FAL mags, that, like I've tested all my mags in them, and they are actually super nice. I'm not trying to, you know, dick ride too much or shill or anything. It's just I wanted something kind of lightweight to hold mags other than my plate carriers, and so I wanted to test this out. And you don't have to do on research. There's different ones if you don't want to, you know, get that, but there's all sorts of different chest rigs. But I do recommend getting a chest rig for carrying magazines if you don't want to do the armor plates. But so yeah, I guess we'll just shoot this this 20 round magazine, because, you know, they don't make anything bigger. We'll just pop off a few rounds. I don't have any targets set up today. We're just going to blast some dirt because it's fun. So we'll do just probably about 5 rounds real quick. And then we pull all the way back. And I'm just running some, I think they're 127 grain steel case. Let me check that real quick. 122 grain FMJ from Wolf. So just some shitty steel case, but, you know, basic bitch ammo that runs in an AK. And you know, I have a saying for my rifles that I've heard from somewhere else. Can't remember exactly where, but if she can't run steel, she doesn't deserve brass. Okay, all right. Let's see where this thing is hitting. So the recoil is not too bad on it. I mean, 760 by 39 is pretty comparable to 300 Blackout. Nothing fancy. It's not a huge cartridge. The bullets are pretty big, so they are good for being suppressed, and they hit pretty hard. But this thing, I mean, the recoil's not bad on it. It's comfortable to shoot, especially when you mod it out. But I mean, I do have an AK that's completely just wood, you know, furniture. You keep it how you want it, build them how you want it. Same with ARs, build it however you want. But for me, I just kind of went with what I thought was comfortable at the time. Might change it later, but I think it's pretty comfortable. So we'll do just a little rapid fire. Yeah, that's not bad. You can keep on target pretty easy with it. I imagine if I had a better brake on it, it would probably run a little bit better. Probably lighten the recoil a little bit, keep it down a little more. But like I said, I put a cam on my guns, so I'm running the reared end, so I didn't really exactly put a normal brake on this. And they have different, for the AKs, different mounting styles. You have this side rail here on the gun, so you can do a slide on and clamp mount. Rails, red dots, scopes, whatever you want to do. They have, like what I bought here was just it replaces the rear sight, and it's just a little rail. They make RMR mount ones, and just micro red dots and stuff. You can also do the dog leg dust cover, so it's remove the rear sight, attaches a mount here, and it's a dust cover that's railed. I know UTG and a few other brands all make them. I would love to do Zenitco, but like, believe me, I would love to do full Zenitco furniture on the stuff, but it's either you can't find it or it's too expensive to buy, which sucks because Zenitco is really, really cool stuff. But yeah, I like this gun. It's the recoil on it, like I said, isn't too bad for 7.62, and it's comfortable to shoot for me. Another problem I had with the Zukov, that it's just personal preference. You can't put the damn cleaning rod on it because you have to cut off the fucking handguard retainer, which sucks. I'm gonna have to get if I change the handguard, I'm gonna have to get a bolt-on handguard retainer, which is, you know, it sucks, but it is what it is. But yeah, you have no way to store your cleaning rod on the gun, which is one of my favorite things about the AKs. Why I didn't like the Sentries was visually appealing, is there was nowhere to put a cleaning rod on them, and I personally like the look of the cleaning rod on the bottom of the AKs. That's just something I personally like. If you don't like it, you know, that's fine. But it just, you know, it kind of bugged me that I couldn't put that on there. But I guess we'll see. Got a few more rounds left in here. Let's just Okay, we have all that. I got my little Condor dump pouch here for my extra mags. But yeah, so this thing is comfortable to shoot. I rapid fire it pretty easy. Like I said, I just like AKs. I wanted to build one. This is my first one I did any work to and shot a bunch. The Century Arms one I had. It was the, I want to say, RAS-47. Sounds right. And that thing was like, shot it like 6 times and then didn't really like it because it was just, it felt kind of cheap. So I sold it, found this one and got this one. I like this a lot. And I mean, I would probably compare this because I've used like PSA. I personally like the PSA AKs that I've checked out. Feel nice. Their build quality feels all right. I like this a little bit better because like some of the surplus AKs that I've messed around with, these feel closer to those than the PSA. But the PSA are still pretty good. But for like around 1,000, if you're wanting a nice AK, I definitely would recommend one of these. If you want to get something a little bit nicer, by all means, they have, you can, you know, the Mac 90s from Norinco, you can get old surplus ones, you can get the Yugo AKs, which are super, super nice, the M70s. Or if you're a Draco guy, the little Z-Paps and stuff, the Dracos, whatever you want to get. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there. There's something for everybody. And you just got to find what you're comfortable with. Me personally, I don't shoot as much as I would like to. I kind of just like building the guns. That's why I play Escape from Tarkov, is I like building guns, so that gives me something to do. And playing a game is a little cheaper than doing it in real life, you know. But I have some nice parts for this that I want to get and put on, and like especially changing some magazines, because this little steel mag I got works fine, and I have this Tapco mag, which everybody knows the issues with Tapco mags. It came with the gun, that's the only reason I have it. I do have some US Palm and Magpul ones as well, and they've all functioned, but I'm just waiting for this Tapco one to just not work. But yeah, I really like the AK platform. It's, you know, pretty basic. It's just the bolt with the piston, and it's just a spring that just sits inside here. Like the dust cover, you can shoot it. If you're not familiar with AKs, I know a lot of people probably are if you watch Grand Thumb or Brandon Herrera or any of those guys. Like this one, no dust cover. You can shoot it without the dust cover. It's just a big spring system. But I really enjoy them. If you're not a big fan of AKs, you like ARs better. I know a lot of people that are that way. For me personally, I like guns so much that I do not discriminate against a certain platform. I love my ARs. I love my AKs. I love the VZ58s and the Yugos. I love AR-10s, you know. But it all depends on what you want to get, what you're comfortable with, what you want to spend your money on. And if you don't have a ton of money, because let's face it, I'm just a regular guy. I'm not rich. I just get what I can afford. And I got a $900 American AK, you know. If I could go get a surplus, really nice one, I would, but the fact of the matter is that's not realistic for a lot of people. But I do recommend this for a good one. It's I think machined, stamped metal on the outside like a regular AK. It might be machined. I know the bolt and the trunnion are forged instead of cast, which that already is 10 times better than the Century Arms. But yeah, if you want to get just a nice basic AK to pick up, you can get these with all sorts of different furniture. They have the Magpul furniture ones that are already set up ready to go from Riley. They have the wood. This one originally had the nice red wood on it with the Bakelite pistol grip. I also have a 74, RAK-47 that had the polymer, and I like that one. That one I'll do a video on that here soon. once I can find more ammo for it, because as soon as I bought it, 5.45 just went out the window for being able to buy it. But when I get it going a little bit and getting some more ammo for it and getting it finished, we'll do a video on it. But yeah, there's something for everybody. If you like AKs and you want just a basic one to kind of build on, definitely check out the Riley's. And yeah, I mean, get out there, shoot, train, have a good time, stockpile some ammo, and don't let the Fed tell you what to do. You guys have a good one. Like and subscribe. How do you like it? Well, how do you like it?
Well, you know, it does pretty good, but I think we had a...
One malfunction? Nah, that's just user error. It's your first time using it.
You know, I think that's... What do they call that? Like a coat hanger kind of deal?
Kinda.
At the clinic, I think?
Kinda.
That little guy right there.
Hell yeah. Well, is it fun to shoot?
Oh yeah, love it.
Good.
I mean, even though I'm left-handed.
Yeah, that's...
Figure this thing.
Being wrong-handed kind of hinders you with a lot of old school weapons.
Yeah. Oh well. Pretty neat.